Nesse vídeo vocês vão ver o que o Kevin Levrone acha do fisiculturismo atual, da era moderna do fisiculturismo, o que ele acha de modo geral do fisiculturismo moderno. Bom, esse é um trecho legendado por mim, do vídeo original, e o vídeo original vai estar aí na descrição. Se você curte esse tipo de conteúdo de vídeos legendados, eu peço que você deixe o seu like e se inscreva no canal para mais conteúdos como esse. E é isso aí, fiquem com o vídeo.
I keep hearing a lot of different things from legendary bodybuilders like Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, Rich Kaspari, and kind of unanimously agree that the quality of bodybuilders went down in comparison to the 90s, early 2000s to now. The quality, the conditioning. Do you agree with those statements, or do you think it maybe got better? How do you feel about that?
I think the quality went down. Yeah.
You agree?
I think it did. Yes.
What do you think causing that? I mean, because if you think about it should have improved, right? I mean, everything improving with the time and obviously the progress, everything should be actually improving.
I think the quality went down, not only in physiques but also in the presentations on stage. What do you contribute it to? I think it's just a different era in time. It's just a different era in time. Everything takes a turn, and everything has its glory days. I can't think of any bodybuilder that actually even gets hurt in the gym anymore, because most of them use machines, right? So I think the whole approach is kind of sort of different. I know when I used to do things, I would diet, even though I'll break out into my training, but I would diet 3 months, fish, rice, and broccoli. I would do cardio, an hour a day, sometimes 2 hours a day.
For conditioning, right? To get the conditioning.
The work. Yeah. The work ethic was just like I would get up, do an hour cardio on an empty stomach, eat my first meal, then I would train for about an hour in the gym. I would come home at 12 o'clock. I would take a nap till 2 o'clock. I would eat my meal at 3 o'clock. I would be back in the gym, training legs for about 2 hours until 6 o'clock. I would eat a meal. Yeah, I would eat a meal, sleep in the gym, get up, do cardio again that night for like an hour on an empty stomach, take a shower, then I would go to bed. That's just one day. I would do that every day, 7 days a week for 3 or 4 months, So that kind of thing. And then you're talking about on a diet. I didn't eat ketchup on my diet. I didn't eat steak. I would eat fish, rice, and broccoli, plain food like that. And I would drink water. Once in a while, I would eat turkey burgers. But I would go to that extreme place of suffering and doing without. I see guys put ketchup on. I see guys, doing these things, and you would see your face just sink in, and your skin would be like paper thin after living like that, and you could barely even perform on stage. You feel like you're going to pass out on stage. We would have oxygen backstage because we were so lean and we were so depleted. And to get that conditioning, you got to go through some pain and suffering. And I just don't think the athletes is going through that pain and suffering. Very few athletes you see nowadays have an even skull face backstage at shows. I used to have cuts in my jaw muscles, and we would show up at the press conference and be like, oh yeah, he's in shape, because you could see Sean Ray's face sunk in. You could see Flex Wheeler's face sunk in. You could see, Dexter's face sunk in. My face sunk in, Dorian face sunk in. It's just a different time. I don't know what they're